missing someone.
Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm excited to announce that this is the second video in my Spilling the Universi-tea series where I reveal what it's like to be a university student. If this is your first time coming across my videos, hi, my name is Nathan and I'm a second year student studying at the University of Waterloo. So I've decided to ask a bunch of my friends who are studying at various top Canadian universities to share their experiences on what it's like to be a student at their respective schools. I've made a playlist linked in the description box below or in the cards above, and in that playlist you will find my video on spilling the tea about the University of Waterloo. These videos will give you everything you need to know about the school from a student's point of view, helping you make a decision on what school you want to apply for or which schools you want to accept your offers to. So today this video is going to be focusing on McGill University in Montreal. I've asked my good friend Chris, who just finished his second year at McGill University studying political sciences, to share his experiences on what it's like to be a McGill student. So without further ado, here's Chris.
Hey guys, I'm Chris, and pretty much my friend Nathan asked me to record a video talking about what it's like studying at McGill and living in Montreal. So the first question is why I chose McGill. I guess I chose McGill due to its really good international reputation, while at the same time the departments of political science and philosophy had really good names for themselves, and I was really interested in those areas. Beyond that, we had some family friends who went to McGill in the past and they really liked it. So the next question is, what's the campus like? The campus is really nice. It's kind of in its own little bubble where everything's really close together and everything's super accessible in this way. It is located on the foot of a mountain, Montreal, and that gives you really nice access to really good views on top of the mountain, especially at sunset and sunrise. At the same time, it's really close to partying areas like Saint Laurent and Crescent. So Montreal as a city is actually really interesting. It's different from other North American cities in the sense that there's a lot of European influences. For example, you'll see fewer like McDonald's and other large fast food chains, and you'll see smaller independent coffee shops, and it's really nice. In terms of academics at McGill, you definitely are expected to do a lot more than you were in high school. You kind of have to carry your own weight. But if you do find yourself struggling, there are open office hours that a lot of profs have, and from my experience, they've been pretty helpful. So in terms of the student culture at McGill, it's really different compared to other universities kind of based in college towns.
So for example, at Western, you'll see a really developed student pride, I guess.
Whereas in McGill, it's not as developed because people tend to go off into the city and do their own thing. In this sense, if you're a really independent person, it's really nice because you get to really focus on yourself. My experience with res and roommates have been pretty good. The res selection process is pretty simple in the sense that it's a lottery system where you rank kind of what you want, and then based on whether you have like a scholarship or something, then you get that preference. All first year students get guaranteed residence, so you don't really have to worry about that. In terms of roommate selection, you can do roommate selection, but otherwise you can fill out these personality forms and you get matched up with someone based on like similarities in personalities. In terms of like the res styles, there's three main styles. There's the traditional dorm style. There's a hotel style, which they take some old hotels and pretty much renovate them and then repurpose them into dorms. And then there's less popular apartment style, which kind of takes an apartment and turns it into a dorm, but that's definitely further away and not as popular. In terms of the orientation week at McGill, it's really fun. Because the drinking age is 18 in Quebec, you're allowed to drink at the orientation week. It's actually the only alcohol inclusive, I guess, orientation week in all of North America. You pretty much spend the entire week making new friends, drinking, going to like parties, and it's just fun to say the least, I guess. I personally was a frosh leader in my second year, and if you do want to apply it, it's pretty easy. You just have to make it seem like you're an enjoyable, fun-loving person, and it should be pretty easy. Continuing from what the last question asked, I guess with regards to the orientation week, you can kind of get a sense of McGill's party culture. Definitely there is a lot of partying involved, more than I expected at first, but at the same time you see that it really is a work hard, play hard kind of situation, and you definitely see a lot of people being able to find that balance between partying and studying, and it's really interesting to surround yourself with people like that. I recommend that if you really want to make friends, then you really don't want to miss orientation week. This entire week is kind of dedicated to making new friends. Beyond that, there's a lot of clubs and stuff and like organizations that you can join to make friends that way. But definitely orientation week is a good place to start. The clubs and extracurriculars at McGill are definitely abundant. There's a lot of different clubs and stuff for you to join that cover a wide range of topics and activities. Like personally, I'm the exec of the McGill Boxing Club, and you'll find that a lot of students actually have some sort of position on some sort of club, in the sense that everyone is kind of an overachiever, I guess.
Everyone wants to put something on their CV and kind of like boost that CV.
Furthermore, there's also a lot of, I guess, faculty-specific clubs, in the sense that I have a roommate who is part of the electric car team at McGill, and pretty much a lot of engineering students get together and build an electric car and kind of race it across different racetracks across North America and sometimes even Europe. Beyond that, there's definitely something for you at McGill in terms of clubs and extracurriculars.
Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing your experiences on what it's like to be a student at McGill University. If that video helped you in any way, please make sure to give it a like. And if there are any further questions you have about McGill University, you can definitely ask your questions in the comment section down below. Furthermore, if you're interested in more uni-related videos, spilling the tea on other Canadian universities, you can check the playlist down below, as well as subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos.
Just to give you a little sneak peek, McMaster University is coming up next.
But that's it for me, and I'll see you friends in the next video. Bye.
Missing someone.